I've been involved with shelter now for probably close on 15 years. So I was introduced to shelter originally as a proxy for my previous CEO. And I think seeing the collective impact from all of those services sitting around that table has kept me engaged for this length of time. I think Shelter Tas is vital to my organisation and the sector as a whole. You know, Shelter has that combined voice, that leadership that it shows the sector, you know, the engagement from all of our services and peers, you know, and people with lived experience across the board. So I think, as I said, it's vital to the sector and to my role. I think that our whole sector is like family. You know, we come from all different organisations, we come from all different, you know, denominations of services, but and that's the responsibility that is from Shelter. You know, everyone that sits around that table has been engaged with Shelter for decades. We work together closely, we engage together close, we have input into policies, we have input into funding models. So, you know, that's one of those things that keeps me engaged. There's been lots of change in our sector, you know, driven by Shelter Tas. You know, I think without Shelter Tas, that change wouldn't have occurred. You know, we look at where housing and homelessness services were back when I joined the committee to now, and Shelter's been responsible for driving that change and driving the sector towards that change. I think we need to look more at how we grow housing and homelessness services, but how we look at that from an early intervention mindset, you know, especially with our young people. Our young people aren't moving towards independence without secure housing, without, you know, affordable housing. You know, and I think Shelter's got a big role to play in that, you know, with continued sector advocacy, continued engagement in those various government forums, sector forums, you know, and just being the voice of our sector and the people we support. I'd like to say congratulations to Shelter for the 50 years and the significant change I've seen in my 2.5 decades in the sector, you know, and I look forward to seeing what the next 50 can bring.